This is the gaming channel, and today I thought I'd just talk about the last Nintendo Direct and go through some of the games that caught my eye, because I gave it a watch and there are a lot of good announcements, more than the Nintendo Direct that came before this one. I think there are about 26 announcements, and I've noted down 13, which is impressive. That's half. There are technically 16 games that I noted down, but you know, a number of them are in collections, so they sort of count as the same game in a way, or same announcement. I just want to talk about some of the games I'm interested in, and I might get some of them for the Switch. Also, I think I do need to stream more on the Switch on the channel too. So anyway, so we've got the first game. This is the first game, so Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes. What got me interested was seeing a bit of gameplay, so we just play a bit more. We will be able to see.
The cycle of this world, I will not allow it to perish with you.
I seek to destroy the irrational power structure that shackles Fodlan.
If the kingdom is ever to part ways with our bloody past, this is the path we must walk.
I have ambitions, Edelgard. Real ones.
Will you sit around and wait for a miracle? Or will you help me seize control of my fate?
We shall fight, we shall survive, and we shall win a glorious future for Fodlan.
Now that I know, I won't make the same mistake again.
Revenge is not a thing you take for someone else. You seek revenge to slake your rage and heal your wounded heart. I know you are prepared to do whatever that you must.
So there you go. So yeah, in terms of gameplay, it only shows the combat, but it looks fun to me. The combat looks appealing, so I might follow this game a bit more and see what I think. But yeah, that's the first game that caught my eye, really. Move on to the next one. So, meanwhile, this game is not brand new. It's No Man's Sky, which has been out for a while now. I think it's been out since, I think it's 2016 or 2015. It's another port that's coming to the Switch. Good that a game like this is coming to the Switch. I know that this game wasn't received well at launch. I think the developers were promising things which didn't end up being in the game. Ever since, it's been revived, and loads of free updates, massive updates that have made the game so much bigger. And I imagine they've made the file size of the game significantly bigger too. And to be fair, I haven't played much of this. I've got it on PC, but I should play more of it, really. It's not necessarily a game I'm going to get on the Switch because I've got it on the PC, but it's cool that it's coming to the Switch. I mean, as you can see, it is essentially an open world game where you can, well, there's basically, I think, infinite possibilities. Galaxies just keep changing randomly, and yeah, there's just an infinite amount of galaxies, infinite amount of star systems, and yeah, there's so many different planets and environments, ships. Yeah, possibilities are endless. And as you can see here, you've also got space combat. There you go, 5 years of updates. And there you go. On to the next one. Ah yes, here we are. A new Mario game.
Mario Striker.
And there it is. There's quite a bit more to see, but there's the game, Mario Strikers Battle League, another entry in the franchise. I know there's Mario Strikers Charge Football, which I'm pretty sure was one of the first games on the Wii. Yeah, I remember that game. I remember seeing gameplay of that. We did have it on the Wii, but I haven't really played it, I don't think. If I have, I've played it barely. Don't know, probably didn't really appeal to me either, but yeah, so it's interesting that there's another entry. It's a new Mario game, so that's always a significant event.
A 5-on-5 sport like soccer
What else it has to offer?
way heavy on offense. Aim for goals by dribbling and passing to teammates, as well as by using
I mean,
tackles,
gameplay looks decent.
items, and crushing special shots.
I mean, I'm not a football fan, but
The main rule in
But,
this
you know,
sport
it's Mario,
is
it's different,
to
and,
rule the field.
yeah, it looks,
Try to score more goals than your opponents.
yeah.
There are two things to keep in mind.
That shot had nice
Help you
graphics, to be
with
fair.
your
I liked that. I
strategies.
like the
First,
effects.
the gear you equip. It changes not only your appearance, but also your stats like speed, strength, and pass accuracy. Customize as you see fit. Second, the Hyper Strike. To activate this shot, grab an orb when it appears on the field and charge it while your opponents are distracted. Hit the net and you'll score not one, but two.
I do like the way
goals.
they've done this trailer as well. Like the different visual styles as well. But yeah, like the
Up to
graphics look
8
nice.
players. 4 players on each team can compete against each other on one Nintendo Switch system.
4 players on each team can compete against each other on one Nintendo Switch system. 8 different people can play on one system, which is crazy, but I mean, you know, it makes sense for a game like this, for a football game. But that impressed me for sure and surprised me. I think I was initially thinking that they were going to say it's like 4v4 online or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, they're going to talk about the online matches now. This game, it does look appealing. I might get it. We'll have to see.
Online play will have an online club mode. Join an in-game club. and
Online, but
compete for
I don't have a Switch
placement in the
membership. I mean,
rankings.
maybe I could get one
Up
at
to
some point. I
20
don't know.
players can join a club. So create your own and invite friends and family to play alongside you. Or join an existing one owned by other players. Try to become the world's top club. With items, tackles, and hyper strikes. Anything goes on this field.
Yeah.
Mario Strikers Battle League launches on Nintendo Switch June 10th.
So that's coming out in June then, actually, as well as that first game that I spoke about, 10th of June, slightly earlier. So that's just under 4 months away. But yeah, like I said before, I like how certain shots as well. So if we just go back, like this, for example, I like how they use certain shots like this to create synergy with the visual style, the art style of the Mario Strikers game title, the way it looks, the font of the logo, colour scheme,
This field,
things like that.
Mario Strikers Battle League launches on Nintendo Switch June 10th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
So there you go. On to the next one.
Get set for a high-octane Disney and Pixar combat racer. From the creators of the Asphalt series comes rip-roaring racing action across Disney and Pixar-inspired racetracks.
Yep, so as I think you could just see, it's Disney Speedstorm. When I first saw this, I was hoping that it would be a paid game, but no, it's, as you'll find out later on, it is free to play, but that's fine. I mean, it's from Gameloft, the creators of the Asphalt games, which I've played a fair amount of. Played a fair amount of those games. They're fine racing games. I've got much enjoyment out of them. I'm pretty sure I'm going to give this one a go.
On high-speed circuits, using each one's special abilities to battle for victory across the finish line. Choose Mickey Mouse for symphonic speed, Sully for monstrous power,
Attractive
or Maroon
graphics
for
as well.
explosive maneuvers. Each racer also possesses powerful ultimate skills, perfect for turning the tables at the last second. Disney Speedstorm is a free-to-play game, with new seasons added regularly, bringing more exciting Disney and Pixar characters, circuits, karts, and more. Plus, enjoy cross-platform play, as well as split-screen.
I mean, it looks as if it might be quite similar, or at least with the gameplay mechanics and features available. I imagine that it might be quite similar to the Asphalt games. It seems like it could be. Again, that's another new game, free to play this time, which I'm looking forward to. So there's no date, but again, it's in the summer, so I imagine it'll be around the same time as the first game and the Mario Strikers one, probably sometime in June or July, even August.
I will not fail you, Master.
I'm ready.
You have served your purpose well.
Vader won't always be your master.
And so, we have a Star Wars game. Another port, because numerous Star Wars games have been ported over to the Switch now, but we have yet another one, another classic. It's The Force Unleashed, the first game. I found out about this game being announced, whatever, before I watched Nintendo Direct. I initially thought that the Xbox 360, PS3, PC versions were going to be ported over to the Switch, but no, it's in fact the Wii version, which is a nice surprise, a welcome change, and it makes sense because it's one of Nintendo's platforms. Because the graphics are inferior, you'd be able to get better performance out of them and out of the game on the Switch. This should be the best looking version of the game when compared with the Wii, PS2 and PSP versions, which are all the same, except with differences in graphics and some having different game modes as well. So it'll be the best looking one for sure, with the increased resolution and so on. And then there's being able to use the Joy-Cons as well to use certain abilities, which is cool because it's like, hey, you could do that on the Wii as well. I originally got it on the DS and then I got it on the Wii, so that was the second platform I got it on. I've got it on most platforms. It's nice it's coming to the Switch. In a way, I'm tempted to get it, but I don't know. I mean, at the same time, if I did get it, it'd be better looking than on the PS2 if I got it on there, or on the Wii or the PSP. It'd be a quicker and easier way to record it too. I'll have to see.
Be your master.
But again, as well, it's cool how with an older game, you can take advantage of the Joy-Con motion controls. And dual modes back as well from the Wii version. I think in the trailer, in the direct live stream, I think there was a voiceover, so they were talking about certain things, whereas this trailer doesn't have it. But there you go. I suppose in a way it'll be like an upgraded version of the PSP version, because you got it on the Switch portable console. A welcome announcement.
Do you know what brings us here tonight? On. Enough of your nonsense, Grullo!
I figured out how to make a man fly. assassins who guarded the freedom of humanity when it was
And the iconic soundtrack.
You are the man I long to meet. Renowned master and mentor.
Ezio's Family, I think it's called.
We work in the dark to serve the light. We are assassins. When I was a child, I sought wisdom. Violence was so far from my mind. When were you ever young?
And there you go. So, Assassin's Creed The Ezio Collection, yet another port. And there's already been a number of Assassin's Creed games ported to the Switch. I think most of the collections... Well, there's been at least one collection, but there's already a number of Assassin's Creed games on the Switch now. And here comes 3 more. 3 of the most well-received games, 3 of the best games in the series too. Been ages since I've played them. I've got those all on PC. To think though, the Assassin's Creed games, they've all came out on so many different platforms now as well. They've been ported over to loads. I've already got these 3 on PC, so no need to get it on here. I mean, the graphics don't look much different, but that's no surprise really, because on the Switch, they are older games now. All 3 of the games are over 10 years old, but the Switch isn't the most powerful console. Apart from, say, some of these cutscenes you can see here, which look like they've been scaled down, downscaled a bit. So you've got every piece of DLC for all 3 games, and 2 short films. Oh yeah, again, I think a lot of these trailers in the direct stream have voiceover talking about what's included, whereas these trailers don't. But then a lot of the trailers were released before the direct stream as well. It is more extra content than I've got, because I've just got the base games. Thought I'd mention it because they're Assassin's Creed games. I very much like the franchise. It's a worthy mention, I think, even though I'm not going to get them because I've got them on PC. Another welcome announcement. Ah, this one. Finally, a new game that that is of interest. Brand new game. Initially, before I saw the gameplay, I guess I wasn't that bothered, but the gameplay does appeal. It does seem like a Mario game, for example, like, in a way, it sort of plays like Super Mario Odyssey. Here we are.
It's Kirby's
It's very nice.
unforgettable 3D platforming adventure, Kirby and the Forgotten Land. It all takes place in a mysterious world with an unusual mix of nature and civilization. To rescue the kidnapped Waddle Dees, Kirby sets off on a new adventure.
This one's got the voiceover.
Introducing Mouthful Mode.
And then there's this funny mechanic.
Inhale a car to zoom around.
Inhale a car.
A vending machine to attack with juice cans.
And it's creative.
Or become a piercing cone.
Cone mouth.
With Mouthful Mode, new
Scissor
actions
lift
will
mouth.
be available for Kirby depending on the object he inhales.
Light bulb mouth.
Enjoy exploring with new moves different
Arch
from
mouth.
copy abilities. Kirby can even weaponize a mouthful of water, like this. As Kirby rescues Waddle Dees, Waddle Dee Town will continue to grow, and more resources will become available.
Again, seems like my type of game. I'm liking the features, what you can do.
Copy abilities can be evolved.
All those copier abilities as well. Copying ones.
Evolve copy abilities to expand Kirby's range of attacks. They'll also change Kirby's appearance and
See,
make him
so many different
even
abilities.
more powerful. Some copy abilities may have stronger evolved forms.
Cool.
A new adventure awaits our pink puffball. Who are the Beast Pack? What are these enemies trying to do? Can Kirby restore peace to this world? Kirby and the Forgotten Land launches on the Nintendo Switch system March 25th.
I was wondering when it comes out. That is sooner than I thought, which is nice. End of March, so not too long now, just over a month. Cool. I think I might get that. Wouldn't be surprised if it's expensive though, because it's going to be a Switch exclusive, at least for the time being. And it's a Kirby game, so the problem is Switch exclusives are quite expensive, that's the problem, so I'll have to see, but I would like to get it.
Klonoa is coming to Nintendo Switch. Across dreamy side-scrolling levels,
This has got the voiceover
you'll
too.
run, jump, and hover, while firing wind bullets to grab and throw enemies. Use each level's surroundings to your advantage. Also, Klonoa 2 is included. Take on these great adventures when Klonoa Fantasy Reverie Series launches on Nintendo Switch July 8th.
This game appealed to me because it's a platformer, and it seems like at least a decent platformer. I do like platformers. I was thinking the platformers I play the most, or have played the most, are probably the Crash Bandicoot games. But there are others, I suppose, technically, because there are other games that have platforming elements. Could be another worthy game to get on the Switch. Another interesting one, and it could be cheaper too, as its support. And again, 2 games in one as well. Another collection of games. Here is the next one, which again is another collection of games. 2 games.
Oh, it's you. It's been a long time. How have you been? The dual portal device should be around here somewhere. Once you find it, we can start testing. Just like old times.
And to be fair, these 2 games I'm pretty sure are fairly old now, so and they're still
the mess.
um,
I've really let the place go since you killed me.
they still have nice looking graphics.
By the way, thanks for that. The important thing is you're back. With me.
And there you are. So it's the Portal games. I've never played them. This might make me want to play them, or just get them on a platform. Seems interesting. Be a different type of game to play as well, perhaps even stream. So there you go. 2 more ports, or another port, you know, a game collection.
It's a new iteration.
And yes, how about this? Another brand new game. And how about this for an announcement? A new game in the Nintendo Sports series. As far as I know, the last game was Wii Sports Resort on the Wii, but there might have been one on the Wii U. Looks like the last one was on the Wii U, yeah. Wii Sports Club it was called in 2013. We had Wii Sports, the hugely successful game, which sold many, many, many copies. It was a game that came with the Switch too. Not the Switch, with the Wii. Came with our Wii, and yeah, spent many hours playing it. Got a lot of fun out of it, and played it a lot. And then we had Wii Sports Resort as well, which was another fun game, entertaining, even more sports and different ones and more modes, and that was great. And that introduced the Wii Motion Plus as well, that came with that. So yeah, introduced essentially another accessory for the Wii remote. Now we've got Nintendo Switch Sports, which only has 6 sports at the moment, but it will have more, as the trailer says.
Let's begin with these 3 sports. You might recognize them from past Wii Sports games. Tennis. Rally by gently swinging the Joy-Con controller at the right time. Bowling. Roll the ball straight ahead or give it a little curve. And Chambara. Knock your opponent off the platform while it's...
So for starters, tennis and bowling, which were in the original Wii Sports, and I'm glad they're in there. Then we've got Chambara, which I think is... It wasn't called that in Wii Sports Resort, but there was something that was the same. It was called Sword Play, I believe. Yeah, that's right. So it's like that. That was fun. I have to admit, I played that a lot. So there's this as well, which is a pleasing return. Actually, now I think about it, tennis wasn't on Wii Sports Resort, and bowling, I believe it was. I think it was on Wii Sports Resort as well as Wii Sports.
Soccer. Use a gigantic
So you
ball
got
to make
football,
dynamic plays.
which wasn't in the original, and I don't
Enjoy
believe it was
matches
in
with
Resort
Joy-Con
either.
controllers to
I think this
shoot,
is one of the new
perform
sports that
dive
hasn't been in
attacks.
any of these games.
By attaching a Joy-Con controller to the leg strap accessory,
Here we go,
included
it comes with
the
a
physical
new
version of the
accessory.
game, you can play
How about
shootout
that?
mode with intuitive kicking motions. Badminton.
Badminton.
Control your shots left
Like badminton
and right
too.
while keeping the shuttlecock in the air. Unleash powerful smash shots to gain the upper hand. Finally, volleyball. Use a Joy-Con controller to serve, bump, set, and spike the ball.
And volleyball, yeah. Which is another
Supports
fine
local
addition.
Play with family and friends on one Nintendo Switch system, as well as online play across all sports. Play against friends online, or opt for random matchmaking.
And online play
The
would be
more you
fun.
win, the tougher the players you'll face. Try taking on this challenge.
Don't know whether you could play either of the other two online.
The Nintendo Switch sports game launches April 29th.
And that's pretty soon. Not too far away. Looking forward to that. I'm pretty sure I will get that too. And hopefully it won't cost as much because it's one of these games. But you never know, do you? You never know. Well, surely not, because there isn't as much to
Play
it.
soccer matches with the Joy-Con controller and the leg strap accessory. You can use the accessory to play shootout mode at launch. In addition, a second free update that lets you enjoy golf will launch this fall.
Golf was in the original. I don't remember it being in Resort,
Play
though.
test is planned before
Could have been.
launch to evaluate various technical aspects. It will only be available for players with an active Nintendo Switch online membership for the dates shown on screen.
Ah,
If
that's the
you're
problem. You've got to have a
interested,
membership
please
to
visit the
play
official
that.
Nintendo
Do
website
that.
for more details.
A free update is coming to the Metroid Dread game. All it takes is one hit. Even from this.
Okay, so this isn't technically a new game, but it's a free update for it. And to be fair, when I saw Metroid Dread gameplay before, I wasn't that interested, even though I did want to play a Metroid game, let's say. But to be fair, having looked at more gameplay, it is interesting me more.
Even once causes a game over in the brutal Dread mode difficulty.
I guess it's always nice to have a free update in a game. What it's adding to the game is interesting.
The Metroid series take advantage of increased recovery with the new
Nice challenges.
mode difficulty. This free update launches later today.
Oh, so it's already out. But,
A second free update in April.
I mean, the fact that it's 2.5D, I suppose, and
which you'll battle bosses
whatever, I don't know.
continuously, one at a time.
Didn't appeal to me as much, but I don't know, I mean, could give it a try. That's the second update's April, okay. Oh, and here we go, one of the biggest announcements. That's for sure. And another surprise.
Paid DLC courses will be coming to the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe game. This is the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass. You may recognize some courses from past Mario Kart games. 8 courses will be released at a time over 6 waves. That's 48 additional courses we plan on releasing by the end of 2020.
2023, it was going to say. How about that? Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has been out, that edition's been out on the Switch since 2017. I think it was one of the first Switch games. We had it in a bundle with the Switch, so we've had it since Christmas 2017. And the same year the console came out. Played it a fair bit. It's been a while since I played it though. It's crazy to think that the game's been out over 4 years now. 5 soon, I suppose. And it's getting a massive paid DLC for it, which will add 48 more courses. That's crazy. That is a lot, but that's good because, I mean, okay, initially I didn't like that it was paid, especially as the game's been around now for like 4 years and it hasn't had any paid DLC. I don't think, you know, the deluxe edition included all the DLC, whereas the Wii U version, you know, that would have had the base game and then you would have had to pay for the DLC or whatever. But no, they're releasing more DLC this far down the line. But it's including a lot of famous tracks, a lot of classic tracks that people like, and I imagine people would have wanted in Mario Kart 8, but now they're finally coming. So I think the fact that it's got so many courses does justify having to pay for it and how much it will be. And I think I'll be getting it for sure and streaming the tracks.
Chaco Mountain, and Tokyo Blur will be included in the first wave. Of course, you can play these courses locally and online. The first wave of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe
I mean,
Booster Course
it is
Pass
unfortunate
will
that
launch
it's not a free
March
update,
18th.
but
Pre-orders
it's a lot of
begin
courses.
February 9th on Nintendo eShop. You can enjoy this DLC at no additional cost. With a
So,
Nintendo
first
Switch
wave's
Online
18th of
Plus
March.
expansion
Not
pack
too far off,
membership.
just over a month.
Or purchase the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass on its own.
I don't think for the amount of courses, I don't think the price is too bad, really. And I think this is the last one. This one appealed to me because of
Fighting in order
the
to live.
gameplay, I suppose.
And living to fight. That's the way of our world. Ionios.
Tell me, what would possess you to side with them?
We're fighting because there are enemies to kill.
I refuse to believe you're him.
Cutscenes are
I
impressive.
knew it. I saw this coming.
You're not enemies now.
Fine for you, isn't it? All that time you've got.
You could try to move forwards again.
How can our lives be so snapping little, do you?
They're not your friends anymore. They're his fuel.
Sword march. The land pierced by a great sword.
I mean, there's not much gameplay, but stuff like this,
only
and
way you're
just
gonna
like the visuals and the
defeat real
environments.
enemy.
Whatever life is lost, I won't let you shoulder it all alone.
I mean, the first two games, I've looked at Game Pass and I wasn't really bothered about them.
Ouroboros abhor this world. They must be erased without a trace.
I don't know whether you'd have to play the first two, though, really, before this one. I don't know. Yep, so it's the third game in that series. Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And again, another new game, brand new game. It's coming this year, September. And there you go, that is it. Very impressive Nintendo Direct. Fair few ports, but a lot that interested me. A lot of good games that are ports coming to the Switch. Some new ones as well, which I've never played. And then some good new games too. So it's been a really good Nintendo Direct, to be honest. Especially compared to the one before, because the one before barely had anything I was interested in. I think the only thing was probably Mario Party Superstars. I've got that. I've played a bit, but I do need to play more of it. So I hope you enjoyed this type of video. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content like this and other types of gaming content. And that is all.